The Doordash delivery man has been fired after cursing out woman over a 25% tip. Nice house for $5. Now, I pretty much assume that he should end up getting punished like this because it's just ridiculous, right? To be this entitled to someone else's money just because they have a nice house is insane. So let's get into it. A DoorDash delivery driver has been fired for cursing out a woman after she gratefully offered him a $5 tip for a $20 order of pizza. Representatives for the company told the Post. The man, identified only as Dasher Corey, was caught on Texas woman Lacey Percival's doorbell camera, dropping off her family's dinner and berating her for the seemingly generous tip on the evening of June 30th. Respectfully asking for a tip is acceptable, but abusing or harassing someone is never acceptable, DoorDash said in a statement. We've removed this dasher from our platform and reached out to the customer. In the clip posted to TikTok, Corley nearly drops Percival's pizza as she thanks him enthusiastically for the delivery nonetheless. So, let's actually check the video, right? Hold on. Well, he actually did almost kind of drop it.
Hi.
Hello.
Come here, Max. Max.
Almost dropped it again.
Max.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
You're welcome.
Wow. Now, obviously, if you couldn't hear it, they bleeped out the F word because she said thank you, and he was like, F you. Which is just, again, this is like so stupid. Let's see. And apparently he spits back as he continues out of the camera shot, and the lady shuts the door. So, how much should I be tipping for a $20 pie? Percival wrote over the video. And the thing is, for like a $5 tip for a $20 pizza, ain't bad, right? Because you're making a flat rate and then you're also making tip as well. And you got to keep in mind too, a lot of times customers don't even tip when it comes to delivery, which sounds crazy to me, but there are a lot of people who do not tip their delivery driver, like at all, like not even a dollar. Like I remember watching a video of a girl who was a full-time employee for Domino's or Papa John's, and she made like slightly above minimum wage, like an hour, like per hour basis. I think it's about like $10 per hour, and then she would make on top of that tips. So it would probably average around $15 to $20 per hour if you add the tips to it. But she actually recorded her like her daily take from the tips, right? And she went on I think like 20 to 30 deliveries, and only about half of them actually tipped something. And of those that actually did tip something, half of that was basically under $5. There was like $1, there was $2, there was $3, there was $4, right? There was like just change, not even like cash. Then there was also I think one where the guy didn't even tip her but asked for her number. So like there's so many people who just blatantly don't even tip at all. And this guy is so pissed off or feels so entitled to this lady's money that he basically insults her for having a nice house and only giving him a 25% tip. Like it's insane. Let's see. So Percival said she was initially unable to rescind her tip, but after her husband complained to DoorDash, they were sent a $5 voucher to reimburse them. Which, I probably would have done too because that would have just annoyed the hell out of me. The Percival has escalated the problem, and after DoorDash opened an investigation into the situation, it canned Corey and upped the voucher another $75, according to the Daily Mail. Percival said she's a military veteran who was injured in a head-on collision with a drunk driver earlier this year. The woman claimed she'd been depending on Doordash to help keep her family fed as she recovers. She estimated Corey, who reportedly ran to his car after swearing, was in his late 20s, and that the Pizza Hut he picked the food up from was a mere 6 miles from her home. To demonstrate that she hadn't been stingy with her tips, Percival later posted a clip and received from a delivery made the same day, in which she tipped a nicer driver nearly 60% on a $17 bill. So just to clear the air, I do tip well after my interaction with Dashers. So the subtotal, $17.69, delivery fee got waived because I guess she has the monthly subscription. Service fee, estimated tax, $1.46. Dasher tip added before checkout, $5.50. Dasher tip added after checkout, $5, right? So basically meaning she pretty much put like a $5.50 tip before even getting her food, basically saying like, hey, you can get tipped this amount if you do this for me. And then because of how good the service was, tipped an extra $5, right? So it kind of goes to show you like just being a decent human being opens you up to a likelihood, like a higher likelihood of making more money, right? Like you don't gotta be a complete jackass, right? So viewers reacted with disbelief at Corey's behavior, while some pointed out that he should practice his basic math. Haha, $5 on a $20 is 25%. He needs to not only learn his manners, but learn his math, one commenter wrote. I guess he was expecting you to give him the house as a tip, another wrote. Like the thing is, like what type of tip was this guy expecting? Was he expecting like a $20 tip on a $20 order, like a 100% tip? Was he expecting more than that? It's like, oh, because I have a nice house that might be worth like 400, 500,000. I don't know what this lady's house is worth, but I'm just tossing out a number there. Because of that, I'm just what supposed to tip like $100 for a $20 order? That like makes literally no sense, like at all, right? And again, depending on your location, how often you do DoorDash, some DoorDashers actually make a really good living after taxes, after their expenses. Now, not every single DoorDasher is going to make good money, but you can, right? If you got good customer service, you do a lot of orders, yeah, it'd probably be pretty hard work, tiring, all that kind of stuff, but you still could make good money by just being a decent human being. It's just sad to see. Like, I've just never understood how people can feel entitled to other people's money. It just makes no sense to me. Let's see some of these comments. What an angry, childish, entitled loser that delivery guy must be. In my high school and college jobs, I depended heavily on tips, much more so than the paltry wages availed for the work. I did very, very well with the tips. I took good care of the customers and they treated me well. I made sure the kitchen or other areas, depending on the type of work I was doing, got the job done quickly and properly, serving as a bit of an ombudsman for the customer. This was behind the scenes and the customer numbers saw it. Rarely, there would be people who would simply not leave a tip regardless of how good the service was. Occasionally, it was because they were low on money themselves, but usually they were just cheap and did not care how it might affect someone in my position. But guess what? They still got great and polite service from me, even if I knew they were going to do it again. The way I looked at it was that if the overall tips did not make the job worth my while, I would just politely give my employer 2 weeks' notice and would continue to give the best service while still there. If the employer asked me why I was leaving, I would tell them why. If they did not ask, I would keep it to myself. Yeah. Let's see, a tip is not a guarantee or else it would be called a fee. Tips are given for exceptional service. Getting in your car and driving to a house is not exceptional service. Before all these apps establishments had a delivery person, my local pizza delivery guy got $100 per week because he would pick up beer and wine for us and reimburse him for the alcohol. That's exceptional service. And like that's the thing that like people kind of need to understand. Is like these drivers are still making like a flat fee, right? You could even see it right here, right? Delivery fee, $6.99. But for this specific customer, this fee is waived for her, but the driver still gets paid a fee, I believe. So like they still make money even if they don't get tipped, right? Now I don't know what exactly they do end up making. Like I want to see something. Okay, so how much do door dashers make even without tips? Right? Just so that we could check it out. Let's see. Uh, Past year, if the internet's working, which it doesn't seem like it's working. Lovely. Okay. I don't know. Past year, let's do this. Come on. Past year. Dear Lord. Past year. My internet is brutally crappy. Lovely. Man, my internet is such dog crap. I can't even search this. What the hell's going on? Okay, 2 weeks ago. How much does DoorDash pay in 2023? Is it worth it by the rideshareguy.com? Okay. DoorDash driver pay. So, wondering how much DoorDash pays? DoorDash driver pay is calculated on base pay, which ranges depending on factors such as estimated time, distance, and desirability. Less popular deliveries will have a higher base pay and often offer promotions. So, that's very interesting. So let's see. You get direct deposit. Dashers in the US and most parts of Canada can also use Fast Pay to cash out daily for a fee of $1.99. Okay. Mm. DoorDash driver pay is calculated as follows: base pay plus promotions plus tips equals earnings. Base pay ranges depending on the following factors: estimated time, distance, and desirability. Blah, 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 blah. When it's busy, peak pay could be in effect, which means you'll earn more money on each delivery. Interesting. Okay.